something broken inside of me, something no one else can see. Something hurts and it's way down deep. I think there's something wrong with me. I've got friends that I never see. They say they don't have time for me. I try to reach out to my family, but I just get voicemail. I try to watch TV, it only saddens me. Everyone's yelling and screaming and fighting in the streets. I put some food in the microwave, forgot about it for several days. Then when I found it, I just threw it away. There's surely something wrong with me. All the kids in the neighborhood tell me I don't look so good. How I would change it all if I could, but I can't. Every day used to be such possibility. Now every road that I take leads to failure and despair. Here we go. There's something broken inside of me, but whatever will be, will be. I guess it's just my fucking destiny, because there's something wrong with me. Play it. I guess it's just my fucking destiny, because there's something wrong with me. She was my true love, now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I failed, she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would. She understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true love. She was all I would ever need, but now she's dead and buried under the willow tree.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, check. Hey, help. 1. Hello? Testing. Testing. Check. Check. Help. Help. Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the fabulous master dish, the famous tarte tatin. This is the one, I think, one of the three tenors. I think it was Luciano Pavarotti who choked on this one. I don't think it killed him, but he died eventually of something else. You might want to fact check that. Computer, how did Luciano Pavarotti die?
Luciano Pavarotti died on September 6, 2007 at the age of 71 due to pancreatic cancer.
Oh, okay. I think that's because he ate the tarte tatin, though. Okay, everybody. Let's start out by talking about some other stuff here. JB's Tech gives us this cool background photo. It looks like, am I wrong? It's got turquoise water. It looks like it might be on the Florida coast somewhere. Not sure about that, but I do like this. This is great. It looks like you captured some. Are those F1s or something? Or I don't know anything, but I think it's really cool. Oh, JSBX fan says, which one's Maverick? Oh, maybe this is in San Diego. I don't know, but no Esquire says, I don't know anything either. Okay, well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that I'm not alone. Let's see what else we got, though. Thanks, JB's Tech, for that. Oh, I want to thank Into the Ink for this cool background photo, which was called Night at the Museum, I think. Various cool pictures. Is that a Van Gogh on the left there? And then there's a... I'm not very well versed in art, but those are famous art pieces, I believe. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what other background images that you guys submitted on the Discord here. Dark Ages gives us a cool one. Dark Ages, of course, our resident photographer here at Henry's Kitchen. It says here, this is the gymnasium in a church abandoned in the 70s and built in 1925 in Gary, Indiana. Is that possible? I might be reading the wrong caption. Oh, okay. Yeah, this looks more appropriate. Went chasing the storms that rolled through with Elise and thought this might be cool background. Very metal. Yeah, it is very metal. We saw a tornado move from a neighboring city out onto the lake before disappearing. Wow. So you and Elise, I think it's Lisi on here, are storm chasers. So we have resident actual storm chasers here at Henry's Kitchen, which is exciting. Thanks for that. Very cool. Every time I've tried to take a picture of something like this, it just comes out all black sky and nothing. I can't see any light at all. So I'm pretty impressed. Knitnatter says, can I get well for my friend Klosterklatten? He stretched his pongus too much and strained it. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. Klosterklatten, we here at Henry's Kitchen feel your pain. I guess it's possible to stretch your pongus too much. I never knew that, but as I get older, I find that stretching in general is a dangerous activity. Wumdingers asks, hello, Henry, how do you escape the torture labyrinth? I don't, if you're using torture labyrinth as a metaphor for just life in general, There is no escaping it. You're in it. Every morning you wake up and you find yourself in the torture labyrinth. Cooking is one way to sort of take your mind off of it. And playing guitar and playing music is something that I like to do as well. But M. Cariotti says, hey, our son Brandon turned 25 this week. Can you sing the birthday song for him? Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Why don't I go ahead and grab the guitar? And let's do some music, shall we? Thanks again, Dark Ages, for this cool background. This provides sort of a dark background for this song. Maybe I'll change it, actually, because it feels a little too dark for a birthday song. Why don't we go to... Here, Phaedrus gives us a nice light one. This one... Chula Vista. Is that in California? I've heard Chula Vista a lot. Man, I have the worst luck when it comes to straps and strap locks or whatever. I'm having a lot of problems this morning. One of the problems is that there's a setting on my camera that makes me look more pale than I normally am, and it's just kind of bothering me. And I think the sun is out too, so I have a lot going against me. And there's one light that shines exactly on the this part of my forehead that gets no hair. And you know, it's just not a part that you want to highlight while you're talking to hundreds of people. Or let me double check that. How many people? Tens of people. Ones of people. Case O Shirt Leg says, Henry, have you ever farted while cooking? I'm sure it's happened. I try not to do it while I'm doing my cooking explaining because it's distracting. And you also don't want to do it if you're near any type of gas stove or something, because you can start a fire. Or no. If you don't want to do it near fire because you have the gas and then you can start the fire. A lot of people have had very serious injuries that way. But it blows, they don't injure themselves, they blow the fire onto somebody else. David Blowy, and I'm not sure if this is the real David Blowy, says, hi Henry, I've been uncontrollably farting for the last few days. Worried I'll contribute too much to global warming. Any tips? Wow. Look, here at Henry's Kitchen, sure, cooking explaining is what we do. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to talk about the sensitive things. A lot of people have questions about their farting, and I'm going to try to address them the best that I can. You have a carbon footprint, and no matter what you do, you're going to be contributing to global warming, unfortunately. The best that you can do is try to reduce it. If you're farting uncontrollably, that's probably, in one day of uncontrollable farting, it's probably about the same carbon footprint as maybe a bus ride from one stop to another. It's not, it's not ideal, but it's not anything that you can really do anything about. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get serious here. Everyone type Forson says the invisible man can fart and pretend that he is not to blame. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was part of the original plot in H.G. Wells's The Invisible Man. Nella Wallen says, "Stop pussyfarting around." Yeah, we gotta start getting serious here. Okay, let's do it. We have M. Cariotti wants to give a 25th birthday shout out via song to their son, Brandon. Let's do some reverb. Check. 1, Check. We got reverb. Okay. Well, we just had a screeching cat sound come in, and that usually means that we have a donation. Wow, Borsenvin. Borsenvin tipped $9.99. Thank you so much, Borsenvin. Henry, you spell it Tarte Tatin. This can only be wrong for history. Isn't some Marvel crap movie. It's Tarte Putain, because it was invented by a clumsy nun in Sologne. She was the village whore. Okay, well, we're going to get into the history of the Tarte Tatin, or the Tarte Putain, as you call it, and we do want to do that. But right now we want to do some music. Real quick, I want to say a shout out for some resubscribers: Gumme Kande, Duza, Des, Voltsven. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, and thanks, Borsenvin, for your awesome contribution. Let's go ahead and do this song for Brandon, and I got to try to think of a rhyme for it, and I don't know how I'm going to do with it, but we'll see. Ooh. Many times it's just one. I tried to tune it low so that I could sing some of these high-pitched songs that you guys request, but it's messing up the tuning. It's nobody's birthday. No need for candles on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to put on old movies with Michael Landon. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but Brandon's. Okay. That was pretty lazy. That was the best I could do, though, under the circumstances. Thanks, Michelle, and I hope Brandon's having a great 25th birthday. Casey 2.0 says, it's been a minute since we've seen that guitar. Yeah, this is my old guitar. The reason I'm not using the Gretsch is that, I guess because I was rocking too hard, I pulled out the strap. And so I need to glue it back in, which I'll do when I get a moment. But I've been very busy. But now the same thing's happening to this one. I guess I just rock too hard. Okay, let's go ahead and do another background here. Thank you, Phaedrus, for that cool picture of Chula Vista. Computer, where is Chula Vista?
Chula Vista is a city in San Diego County, California. It is located 121.2 miles from Los Angeles, California. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Thanks for your feedback.
Sure. Okay, Michelle Hafey gives us this cool background. Michelle Hafey plays in a group called Orca Mind that makes great music, and you should check out their Twitch channel. It's good music. Michelle Hafey is there. And I think that the caption here is that this is the Velour Live Music Gallery. So, and it's in Provo, Utah. Awesome. I've spent some time in Provo. I was actually stationed there for 4 months. And by stationed, I mean my car broke down and I was at the service station waiting for 4 months for them to fix it. No, I was at a brief school endeavor there, and I remember I really enjoyed it. So you guys have a lot of cool stuff there. I think there was a comedy club there as well. So why don't we go ahead and use this as the background for our first song request from the Discord here. Caffeinated Kath wanted to hear this classic from the 80s, which, big surprise, I like to do songs from the 80s. Do we have the reverb? Check. Check one. Check. Help. 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 Okay, and just in case anybody's wondering, the reason that you say help during a sound check is that you're testing the full dynamic range, the soft H sound and the hard P sound. So if you ever hear a musician yelling help before a show, don't worry, they're fine. They're just doing a sound check. Okay, here we go. This is a song by Wham, sung by the great late George Michael. I feel, oh wait, no. Boy, what an awful thing. I didn't have the lyrics up. Okay. I feel so unsure as I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, sorry, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen and all its sad goodbyes. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend, waste this chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Time can never mend the careless whispers of a good friend. To the heart and mind, ignorance is kind. There's no comfort in the truth. Pain is all you'll find. I'm never gonna, that was terrible. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend, waste this chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Oh, never without your love. Then it does a little, wait, no. Tonight the music seems so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We'd hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together. We could have lived this dance forever. But now who's gonna dance with me? Please stay. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Fun fact, I've never danced before, actually. Should've known better than to cheat a friend, waste this chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Okay, thank you very much to Caffeinated Kath for that trip down memory lane. Caffeinated Cat says, thank you, Henry. You made my day singing the song I suggested. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I had a couple of tough times. The pain is all you find. I think I went way out of the scale there. Okay, let's go ahead and do another song here. Thanks again, Michelle Hafey. And you want to check out Orca Mind, Michelle Hafey, and Josiah is here also. I think it's the full group. Thank you for that, and thanks for the memories of Provo, Utah. That's a cool looking venue, and maybe I'll make it there one day. That would be awesome. Or at least the comedy club. I remember they had a comedy club, and I went to it. Anyway, what else do we got here? We've got pictures from Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé comes in here every now and then. This is a dog. I think the image might have gotten expanded because it was a different aspect ratio, but nonetheless, this is Michael Bublé's dog. Your place looks awesome. Thank you very much. Everyone type Forson says, what the fuck, that's my house. Very, very sorry to hear that. I don't know what's happening. Michael Bublé says, watching Price is Right. I also want to say a shout out. Sonicus resubscribed for 10 months, and Sanely Funny subscribed as well. So thank you to you guys and to you folks. And what else do we got? Wait, what's going on? Is there an ad showing? Why would there be an ad showing? I don't understand. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the next song here. This song request comes to us from Mochi. Mochi's Nirvana, one of our 2 high VIP profile users. So that means Mochi's been using for a very, very long time and has been doing it well. Mochi's watching the DVD at the moment, so hello Mochi, we're gonna do your song. This is another trip down memory lane, go figure. It's because I know you guys have a lot of requests for more modern songs, and every now and then I'll do them. We've discovered some great songs, a couple of great game songs. Jelly Roll was an awesome one, and there's the Mayor of Lonely Town. But I'm gonna try to, do the easier stuff because I mean, let's face it, I'm a cooking explainer. I have no business doing music anyway, but let's go ahead and do this song by our friends from the 80s, the family rock band Klaus Meine, Matthias Jabs, Rudolf Schenker, sometimes his brother Michael Schenker, and whoever the other guys were. It's the Scorpions with There's No One Like You. Thanks again, Michael Bublé 4422 with that background, but I think we're going to try to come up with something a little different here. What would be a good background? Oh, Crush with Eyeliner gives us this cool one. It's got a cool car in the background, and it's got one of those awesome back windows that looks like you're in a submarine or something like that. This isn't related to the song at all, but I guess that we could go ahead and do it. Pancake King says, I can feel my mullet returning. Oh boy, don't tempt me with that. If I could grow my mullet back, I would have it in a heartbeat. If anybody wants to see what I looked like with a mullet, we do have video of that. It's not this. Hold on a second. This was an audition I did for a commercial.
I've just seen this new movie called The Stuff, and I've got to tell you, I've got to tell someone. It was so frightening, so scary, it made the hair stand up on the back of my neck. You see, The Stuff turns people like you and me into monsters. It was horrifying. It gives me the shakes just thinking about it. Seeing The Stuff is going to be the most terrifying experience you've ever had at the movies. But don't take my word for it. You're just going to have to see the stuff for yourself. Ugh.
I messed up the last line and I didn't get it. That was about 35 years ago. Can you imagine? Irish Drummer Boy says, hello, Henry. Hope your day is going well. Do you think Jose Suicidio will ever do a live event? If so, would you consider opening for him? That's not a bad idea. Maybe we could try to look into that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do... let's do this next song here. From the Scorpions, as requested by Mochi. I like this picture. Thank you very much. To crush with eyeliner, but it's not quite the vibe. Here, Cat Food Taste Tester gives us this one. I like this one. It's still not related to the song, but I like it. Let's go ahead and do it. Girl, been a long time since we've been apart. Much too long for a man who needs love. I miss you since I've been away. Babe, wasn't easy to leave you alone. Whoops, it's getting harder now that I'm gone. If I had the choice, I would stay. There's no one like you. I can't wait for the nights with you. I imagine the things we do. I just wanna be loved by you. No one like you. I can't wait for the nights with you. I imagine the things we do. I just wanna get loved by you. There's a guitar solo. Then it gets quiet again. Girl, there are really no words strong enough to describe all my longing for love. I don't want my feelings restrained. Ooh, babe, I just need you like never before. Just imagine you come through this door. If I had no sorrow, I'd stay. There's no one like you. I'm gonna have to do the rest of it in the Suicidio register because my neighbors are probably wondering if I'm okay. There's no one like you. I can't wait for the nights with you. I imagine the things we do. I just wanna be loved by you. No one like you. I can't wait for the nights with you. I imagine the things we do. I just wanna be loved by you. It's kind of a dark song. Evitz says, wait, you sound just like Jose. Yeah, well, I've commissioned Jose Suicidio to write songs, but I don't actually write the Jose Suicidio songs. Also, I want to address something. You might have heard this in the beginning of the broadcast. There's some speculation that one of the songs, Under the Willow Tree, is eerily similar to a song by Maurice Ravel, a classical composer. Similar is probably an understatement. It seems like it's the exact same melody and chords. So I just want to let you know that the Suicidio estate is looking into this copyright breach, and there might be litigation involved down the line, but they are aware of the egregious theft from this guy Ravel from Suicidio's music, and they are looking into it, whether there will be Pancake King, Pavane for a Dead Princess, isn't it? Yeah, so Ravel had a song called Pavane for a Dead Princess, and we don't know who came up with what first, so that's going to be a thing. Computer, when did Ravel's Pavane for
I missed something. Can you say it again?
When did Ravel's Pavane for a Dead Princess come out?
Ravel's Pavane for a Dead Princess was published in 1910.
Okay, so yeah, again, we're going to have to figure out when the other song was written and whatnot. Okay, everybody, let's get into it. We got some serious stuff to make here today, so let's do that, shall we? Let's talk about this item. It's called the Tarte Tatin. It's sort of the Mount Everest, if you will, of cooking. Sort of like the beef Wellington that we made last time is. But obviously, the Tarte Tatin is a dessert item, whereas Bruce Wellington was a entree. So let's talk a little bit about the tartane's history. Boursemvin was mentioning correctly that this dish was invented in a nunnery, I think. What's the opposite of a monastery? It's where nuns live, and I guess that the nuns were drinking too much wine and they were trying to make apple pie, but they fucked it up. They did it upside down somehow or whatever, and they ate it, and maybe it was because they were drunk, I don't know, but they were like, this is the best fucking food I've ever had. I doubt they said all these bad words, but they, maybe they did. I mean, this was a long time ago. They said it in French, whatever it was, but let's see here. Yeah. So this is, that's the history of this thing. So let's go ahead and get into our kitchen. Okay. Do we have reverb still? Check, 1. I don't want the reverb to be on during this. Okay, great. Okay, so what is the Tarte Tatin? Well, you know the saying, right? And this comes from delish.com. You know the saying, right? As American as apple pie. Well, how about as French as Tarte Tatin? Okay, you've probably never heard anyone say that, but honestly, as good and simple this Tarte Tatin is, maybe it should be the national pastry. Step aside, croissant. This classic tart construction relies on fruit being laid over caramel, then topped with puff pastry. Bake it in the oven and your guests will be floored. The only thing this recipe requires is time. Well, we have a little bit of time. Maybe I better skip the intro because it's making us run out of time. And it's all bullshit anyway. Step 1, preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Make sure there's nothing in the oven. So you would think there's only 5 steps. Well, you'd be wrong because there's 15 steps in step 1. Unfold the puff pastry onto a light floured surface. Okay? So these are our ingredients. I don't have time to go through them. We got work to do. We're going to unfold our puff pastry. Let's flour our surface. I'm using a wheat flour, which hopefully will have the same properties. Roll pastry out about an 1/8 inch thick. Boy, we really were in a rush when we were making our Bruce Wellington in terms of putting this away. I didn't put it away properly. Shit. But that's okay. We're gonna get through this. You want to flour up. This is probably one of the most expensive types of rollers that you can get. But interestingly enough, it's not very good. It's not very effective. But it's very expensive because it's made out of marble. Okay, let's start rolling this. Well, that doesn't do much good if the whole frickin' board moves when you try to roll it. This is going to be one of those days, unfortunately. Already. I can't find my tape measure. Okay, so it says it needs it to be 1/8 of an inch. We've got a long way to go. What? How does this even work? Okay. Blood Snell says, I think you'll need a micrometer for this. Gayfish69 says that's what she said. So you guys are having your own whole sort of comedic banter while I'm trying to cook. It hardly seems fair. Okay. I think this is probably about right. And then the next step is using a sharp knife, you're going to cut out an 11-inch circle. I'm not going to make an 11-inch puff. That's too much. Hold on a second. I think I'm going to use this thing. This is a pan, or like a cast iron pan. I think I'm going to do that. Using a sharp knife, cut out an 11-inch circle. This obviously is not 11 inches. So I think we're going to divide everything by 2. So we're going to do everything exactly by 2. Transfer to a parchment-lined baking sheet and refrigerate. Well, that's already refrigerated, so we don't need to do that. But I'm going to get some parchment paper. And I'm going to put this on there, and I'm not sure where they're going with this, what we're going to do with this afterward, but I am curious. Okay, now, step 2, we're going to prepare the apples. I've got 3 apples here. make sure you remove all this stickers that they put on there, and I don't know why they do that. So you're already, right off the bat, you're starting your apple off with glue on it. It's like, can you maybe put it on the outside bag or something? But, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse these apples. Oh, do a quick check on my cat roast beef. Not a lot going on there. Just sleeping. The oven is preheating. Okay, we're gonna prepare these apples. Peel the apples. Make a thin slice on top and bottom to remove the stem and the butt end of each apple. Cut the apples in half. Scoop out the core with a melon baller or a teaspoon. That sounds a little complicated. I think I'm going to just sort of cut around them, but I'm going to need another... I don't want to get flour on these apples, so I'm actually going to use a mini cutting board on top of the other one. So let's get a knife. This is a very sharp knife. I shouldn't be using this, but we're running out of time. And I don't have my chainmail right now because I put it away and I can't remember where, so I'll be using an oven mitt for safety. Okay, so let's start. Let's get the sides. Now I don't want to waste this because that looks like some good apple. So we've sort of peeled it at that point, and then it said cut off the top and the butt. Cut this in half, and then we got to get the core. Seems to me like there would have been a different way to do this. All right, I can't do the oven mitt. I'm gonna have to just be really careful. You know what? I'm gonna use a less sharp knife. How's that? Okay. Let's try this one now. I'm gonna use my discretion here, and I think I'm gonna cut around it like so, and then I'm gonna cut just around the core like that, and just have everything except the core. That seems like the smarter way to do it. Okay, we've got one more we're gonna do that way. I know you guys have questions. I will be getting to them. Blood Snail says that feels like cheating. Well, there's really no cheating in cooking, except if you're stealing somebody else's recipe, if you're in some kind of chef school or something. Okay, let's... Okay, so I'm going to try not to get confused with all the core parts here. I want to put those aside so that we have just apple in front of us, and we don't want the rounded parts either. I think those are all here. We just want nothing but pure apple, which there's not much. Okay, but that's, I mean, I don't think anybody should be eating more apple than that anyway. Okay, so we've got the apple prepped. Transfer the apples to a large bowl. We have, of course, our work bowl. And toss with lemon juice. This is a very old lemon. I'm going to cut it open first. Ah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know why we're putting this in there. Half a lemon juice, and we're cutting it in half anyway, so all we need is really a quarter of it. I have a lemonizer. Let's try this thing. What you do is you put this in here. No, put it this way. No, come on. I see. Okay, there's our oven. Sorry, I'm in a little bit of a hurry here. There is... Piss Baby says so close yet so far. You are absolutely right. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're right. Hank Boozle says, so, seems like a good opportunity for the yolk buddy. Yeah, this could. I think I'm going to get this too. Actually, that worked out pretty good. I think that was pretty awesome, actually. Maybe I can see if they'll sponsor us. Okay, so the lemon juice, and we want vanilla. We want 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and always make sure it says vanilla and not food coloring. Let's grab our half teaspoon. I can't find my teaspoon for some reason, so this is a teaspoon. That's roughly half. Now, that was our vanilla, and we need cinnamon, 1 teaspoon. So I'm just going to put, I guess I'm going to put the cinnamon in the same spoon as I had here. And we're probably just going to do, I guess, half. And then also wants half a teaspoon of kosher salt. So we're going to be doing, of course, a quarter of it. Try to get it all in the spoon there. And now we're going to add these to a heavy bottomed skillet and cover with foil and bake. So I think maybe what they mean is bake it in this thing. Wait, should we stir it first? Probably. Oh, I see. Yeah, the lemon is actually making it sort of tart. Maybe that's why they call it the tarte tatin. Maybe Borsonvin, our resident Frenchman, can tell us what exactly is the meaning of the tarte tatin and why they would call it that. All right, so let's go ahead and put this. Now we should probably season this a little bit. So I'm going to take some spray. That's canola oil. And we're going to put our apples in here. And then drip our juices over top, like so. And let's put them in the oven. Computer, set timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
Okay. After this, we're going to transfer the apples to a plate. And we're going to wipe out that skillet. The apples should have leaked out a certain amount of liquid. You can use that to water your plants. Sprinkle sugar over the bottom, medium low. It's a lot of shit. Hold on. This goes on forever. I don't know if anybody's following the recipe. We're just going to do these apples for a little bit here. Let me see how we're doing on our pre-roll. Okay, yeah, we're good there. Hey, I want to say thank you to Matt Dunno for resubscribing for 15 months and says, just in time, 1 hour late. Hope you're good, Henry. Thanks, Matt Dunno. We are doing a bear of a situation here. I have OCD, so I have to close that. Although, I'm tempted to get some crackers and eat those because I think this is going to be a while. This is a very difficult recipe. Let's see what some of our... I know we have questions here coming from a lot of people. Let's see here. Counterfeit Bagel says, Mr. Henry, what makes this dish master? It's a tradition, you know, that they have contests here in the United States for who can make the best tartare. And I have a little bit of a story about it. I had a girlfriend back when I was in my early 20s, and she submitted her tarte tatin to the contest. And she didn't win, but I ate it. And I was like, this is the best fucking food I've ever had in my life. How could you possibly have not won? And she's like, I don't know, somebody else won. Anyway, that relationship eventually fizzled out. And then one time I was on the bus and I was talking to a... individual who I guess you could say was sort of a drifter, and he said that in a previous life, basically, he was a chef, and I asked what type of stuff that he cooked, and he said that he won the contest for the tarte tatin. And I was like, it must have been the most amazing food ever. But then the guy got off the bus and just sort of walked off into the sunset and disappeared. I always wondered what his tarte tatin probably tasted like. It must have been amazing. Franz Schubert said, Henry, I think the clock on your microwave is about 10 minutes fast, and it's very concerning. I don't want you to hurt yourself and think you're in a rush. Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, it says 12:04. Oh, thanks for that also, because we have to show an ad. And the way this works is if you're a subscriber, you don't see the ad. But it'll give me an opportunity, for example, to put the high tier the high tier subscribers up on the board, the tier 3 subscribers. So let's show the ad, and meanwhile we're going to talk amongst ourselves while I put these things there. Here you go. Man, that apple is good. We just got an alert here. Dazzlecat shared 100 bits and says, shout out to Van Honkerton watching and listening to the show on cassette tape. That's awesome. Also, Anonymous, you know the group Anonymous, who does the digital hacking, gifted a tier 1 sub to show me your anal, which is weird. Part of speech there. Anal, I think, is an adjective. So you can't show somebody your adjective, but maybe it was one of those literary license type things. But thank you, Anonymous, for gifting that sub. That's very nice of you. Okay. Let's go ahead and put our tier 3 subscribers up on the board here. If you want to see how I do this, I take I just take these magnets that are already here. By the way, magnets aren't necessarily something that you buy. They're just sort of on loan from the universe. I've never bought any of these. They just sort of appeared. I think they were here before I moved in. Okay. There we go. All right, what's next? I have another flowery apple. JB's text says, okay, I'm home now. What did I miss? Where do I start? Where am I? Who am I? JB's Tech, you're JB's Tech. You're, I think, on the East Coast. And you're a living organism. And everything's okay. Our ad is just about done. We have 331 viewers. I'm hoping that number doesn't go down. Maybe Cassius de Tweed says, hello from the Netherlands. Have you ever been here? I haven't. I would love to go. I think, isn't that where Eddie Van Halen's from? I believe his family emigrated from there, I think is how the word works. But, okay. So maybe this would be a good time to show a little video here. I'm going to show a video, and then I'm going to try to do a premiere of my friend Mark Cohen's new game.
I've just seen this new movie called The Stuff.
That's not the video I
wanted
wanted to show.
Someone. It was so frightening, so scary, it made the hair stand up.
Oh, come on now.
You see, the stuff turns people like you and me into monsters. It was horrifying. It gives me the shakes just thinking about it. Seeing the stuff is going to be the most terrifying experience you've ever had at the movies. But don't take my word for it. You're just going to have to see the stuff for yourself. Ugh.
Got all the way to the end.
I've just seen this new movie called The Stuff.
Okay, wait, that's... trying to find something specific here. Now we're just going to put our nuts on top of our balls. Most important thing is you want to
take this nasty shit with you.
Where'd it go? I don't understand where my food went. Where the fuck did it go? I don't get it. Okay, so let's watch just a little bit of this, see if we can learn something. Meantime, I'm gonna
Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you how to make Henry's home garden harvest cake. So why own your own garden? Maybe you want to save money, or maybe you're looking to lessen your carbon footprint, or maybe you're concerned that an economic downturn could cause a supply failure that could thrust society into a post-apocalyptic hellscape. Whatever the reason, harvesting from your own garden can yield great results if you do it correctly. Let me show you how it's done. I'm going to start by harvesting our cucumber. Looks nice and ripe. You just want to clip it right at this stem there. This would be a good thing to throw into somebody's salad. Next we'll grab our tomatoes. You can tell these are ripe because of their nice rich red color. And the green ones have a nice rich green color. Now for our rosemary pricks, you can just do these by hand. Same with the dill. With pomegranates, you pretty much want to go by color. This one looks nice and fresh. You can tell by its rich red color there. Okay, well now that we've harvested our crops, it's time to take them back to the kitchen and start cooking. Let's start by finely chopping our dill. This is also a good time to check for bugs. You know, if you're ever sick, I don't think it's a good idea to self-diagnose with these websites like WebMD or whatever. I did that once a long time ago, and for like 2 weeks I thought I had non-gonococcal urethritis. Then I went to a doctor, and it turns out I actually did have non-gonococcal urethritis, but still. Dice the cucumber, mince the tomato, pluck the rosemary pricks, julienne the pomegranate. Okay, so let's put these aside while we prepare our cake batter. So in a work bowl, we'll put 3/4 cups flour, 2/4 cups granulated sugar, and 1 level tablespoon of cinnamon. You have to be careful with cinnamon because if you inhale too much, you can die from pulmonary asphyxiation. How do you get this thing open? Now it's time to add in our veggies. And then we'll stir it all up. If there were any bugs in there before, they're definitely dead now from the cinnamon. Okay, so now let's prepare our wet ingredients. We want 1 egg, 1/4 cup whipping cream. Now let's pour our bowl of wet ingredients into our garden vegetables. And stir it up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just gently ladle our batter out on a cooking jar to start laying down our foundation. And then just kind of pat it down into cake form. Sounds like the oven's ready. We're going to put this in the oven for 50 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And when we're done, we're going to enjoy Henry's delicious Harvest Garden cake.
There's something broken inside of me, something no one else can see. Something hurts and it's way down deep. I think there's something wrong with me. I got friends that I never see. They say they don't have time for me.
So in terms of plating, you basically want to compose your plate, sort of like the way that you would a beautiful painting or something. There we go. Well, thanks for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen, everybody. And I want to say a special thank you to all the patrons at patreon.com/Henry's Kitchen. And also want to let you know that I'm giving live cooking tutorials on Twitch. My name on there is Henlips1. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, everybody, are you there? I have to make sure that everybody's still there. That was one of the exclusive videos from a couple of years ago that's behind the paywall on Patreon, but I wanted to show it to you, the users here. Okay, so I'm going to play a little bit of this game that my friend Mark Cohen made. I do want to say it's just a little bit adult in nature, or it might be the opposite. It might be immature in nature. I've always had a problem with that word adult and then people making jokes about farting. But that's kind of what this is. But it actually is a very, very fun game. And he might be releasing it in some way. But it deals with that situation that happens when you're out and about and you suddenly have to go to the bathroom. Well, the object of the game is that you have to find the correct door to the bathroom without pooping yourself. So it's very highbrow. Let's see what we've got here. You use the arrow controls. Oh wait, I'm not very good at it. Okay, so you're trying to get to the top door there. Now, when you're here, you've only got 3 doors, and you have to pick the right one. So I picked the wrong one. So I get one more try. It's a little like Donkey Kong. The controls are difficult. Okay. All right, so we did that. It's still a work in progress. I think Mark was saying that one idea could be that when you finally get to the top and you use the door, it doesn't make it so that you shit your pants. It makes it so that you get frozen for a second and then you have to wait to use the other one. But anyway, this is all just stuff that we're doing in the meantime while we're trying to wait for our food. So hold on a second. I know there's a lot of professional gamers out there watching right now, so hopefully that was up to your standards. Let's have another sip of coffee. Computer, how much time left?
You have 10 minutes left on your 30-minute timer.
Okay, I think we might go ahead and just pull them out because we're only using half the amount of apples. But let's take a look at what we have ahead of us here. Okay. I hope everybody's still there, by the way. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, we have 341 viewers, so we actually gained 11 viewers by playing that game. What the Duck says, hey, Henry, did you place your painting upside down? Shit. Since we're making an upside down tart today, I love the... No, that was not intentional. Hold on a second. This stupid painting, I don't know whether it goes right side up or upside down or whatever. Casey 2.0 wants to know how John is doing. Yeah, let's take a look at John here while we're waiting, since we're just sort of waiting for stuff to happen.
Vegetables.
We'll get there. Hold on a second. So this is
Stir it
John,
up.
who I think is an expert in the art of...
So what we're going to do now is we're going to just gently ladle our batter out on a cooking jar.
This isn't
to
what I
start
wanted.
laying
Hold
down
on
our
a second.
foundation.
I have to have these things more readily available.
And then just kind of pat it down into cake form.
Here he goes.
Hi, this is John on behalf of Expert Village. In this video clip, I'll be talking about storage of your shop vac. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we'll be installing our top slats. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, I'll be talking about ventilation. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we'll be installing our trim. Hi, this is John on behalf of Expert Village. In this video clip, we'll be calculating the volume of a room. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we'll be removing the brick mold. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, I'll be talking about personal safety equipment. Hi, this is John on behalf of Expert Village. In this video clip, I'll be talking about work light operation. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, I'll be talking about tool inspection. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we'll be installing and fine-tuning our top cap pieces. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, I'll be talking about your work area. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we will be hanging our storm door. Hi, this is John.
Okay, so John is very good at not only the introduction part where you have to say your name, but when you're doing a tutorial, but you also want to make sure that everybody knows what it is that you're going to be doing. Okay, guys, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. We're going to need this. We're going to take these apples out. I'm going to put some sugar on the bottom. And yeah, I'm going to put it in for another 10 minutes. We're basically going to drape the pastry on top of it. Hold on a sec. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. This looks freaking delicious, you guys. But it's extremely hot. Wow. Ha! It's going right through this. That's how hot it is. So make sure you don't touch that with your hands. I'm worried it's going to cause a problem there. Okay, so we're simply... It says, carefully add the apples to the skillet. Uh-oh. Let me see what's happening here. Borsenben tipped $5 and says... I'm almost 34, Henry. Will I ever have an exciting life like you and John? Well, I can't speak for John, but as a cooking explainer, I've had a very fulfilling life, and I highly recommend it, especially as you get into your later years. Van Honkerton cheered 100 bits and says, everyone say hi to Dazzlecat, who's watching this as a recreation in interpretive dancing at a weirdly gothic theater. You can watch Henry's Kitchen in so many different ways, you guys. Franz Schubert Gifted a tier 1 sub to everyone type Forsen. So thank you, Franz Schubert, and we love your music. And I think we're ready to go ahead now and put down the pastry. We're going to basically drape it over the apples and use a spoon to tuck the edges in. So this part does not sound like it's for the kiddies in terms of being, in terms of difficulty level. So we're going to do the best we can. Now, the big challenge here, of course, is that we do not want to touch this thing because it's very hot. So I'm just going to drape it over like so. And then I'm going to tuck the edges in. You don't want this part overflowing while you're cooking it. Yeah, I think I'd say we pretty much did that. That's quite all right, huh? It feels too easy for some reason. Like there's using a small knife, make a few slices in the pastry to allow steam to escape. Okay, that's a good one. I've got my knife here. It says make a few slices in the pastry. I see. So that's why when you get these things, they have holes in them. Okay, and we're going to very carefully now transfer this to the oven, and we're going to bake for another 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to try to find other ways to entertain you. Maybe we'll try some more songs. But for now, we're going to put this back in the oven. Computer, how much time left?
You have 3 minutes left on your 30-minute timer.
Computer, start a new timer for 20 minutes.
Second timer, 20 minutes, starting now.
Actually, computer, cancel the first timer. Okay. Well, there's one thing that I really want to do, and that's to come up with a creative way to thank everybody. Gratitude in the kitchen is one of the most important skills to learn, and I've mastered the art of it, and I think I did that with your help, because there are so many people that come together to make this production possible, and if it weren't for you, the users, I would be lost. Well, I mean, I'd be a guy explaining cooking to my cat instead of to 300 plus people. I mean, we've got right now, what, 340 people watching. This is amazing. So this is a song of gratitude. It's a song that goes out to the early users who reached out to me, the folks that put together the Discord. I still remember that phone call that we all had, me reaching out to the moderators coming forward and offering their services, technical advisors, and not the least of which the major streamers who actually showed Henry's Kitchen videos to give us a viewership to start out with. Burt Bufftug, always good to see you, Burt Bufftug. I heard that one of the biggest problems with traveling to Mars is its lack of atmosphere. Do you think we could fix that by dimming the lights and playing smooth jazz? Ooh, I like the way that sentence took a turn, because I was really thinking of it in a scientific way, but now I realize you were sort of doing a kind of a hip introduction to introducing jazz into our day, and I like that. All right, let's do a song. Why don't we do it to the tune of Jose Suicidio's Help Me. Let's capo it up to the 2nd fret here. There it is. sounds weird, but it's gonna work. This song goes out to all of you, the users. Falcon and Dingo Bob. Computer stop. Dom Beef, Hot Bear 1110. Do Dingle Dog Oggle. Dr. Flanges and Baccoons. Also Shane, yes, Beelzebub, Mochis, Nirvana, It's Kate and Kairos. Daisy Blossom and Sir Doom. Bumble Vision, the LGX. Pilskman, Melon 95. Nim Force and Moon Moon. XQC and Emerald, S-Fan and Bonnie Rabbit 2, and don't forget Quanto. Ransom GR, Icy J Frog, Freezy Frog, Pancake King 2, Cat Food Taste Tester, Passion Error, Johnny Pump 22, the Cheerin' X. Dennis Ornico, Teso, Henry Philippopoulos, Shandis 2, Gay Fish 69, Everyone Type Force and Nova Glarian, Tankard and Force and Vanilla with JB's Tech, Clap Your Head, Gary Busey, ASMR, Zodiac Tone, Beelzebub, Hand Lips 1, Computer, please fart for me. Burrito 55555, Purple Donut filling his fruit. Parasitosis, Zodbane, Saguaro, Toke My Nuts, Game Master Flash, Archmage, Kale Mochis, Nirvana, Sickly Boy, High 134, Chi, SCD Tismo, and Melody, Lake _ Sexy Daddy 420, Computer Help, Maros _ and don't forget Bill Larkin Music and Quanto. There you have it. A song of gratitude to you, the users. Okay. We're getting some people concerned that the computer hasn't farted in a long time. I think we do a lot of those types of jokes here. I like to try to elevate the level of discourse that we have here. Planned Obsolescence says, any bald fucking losers in chat? That might be a reference to me, because I am follically challenged, I think is the term. Etia says, Henry, it is Wednesday and I'm very drunk. How do I not be hungover tomorrow at work? I think there's some secrets, like you're supposed to put a penny in your mouth or something like that, and it keeps you from having a hangover, or you put onions in between your toes and walk a mile outside. Oh, it's Kate X says Nella Wallen. Yeah, Nella Wallen is missing, and I remember now that last time we added Nella Wallen and I didn't add it and I was supposed to. So I'm going to definitely correct that, but we need to say Nella Wallen also is on there, in addition to a lot of other people, some of whom may not still be on there. I guess it's time for an audit, but I apologize. Nella is the Finnish boss, that's what Borsenfin says. I guess that means Nella is from Finland. Didn't know. Okay. RC Martinez 2441. Chat, what song are those chords from? That's the song Help Me by Jose Suicidio. You can go to YouTube and hear it, or wherever you like to stream music. Okay. Trying to think of other ways to entertain you while we're... Computer, please fart for me.
That was a very squelchy one.
Computer,
Would you like
stop. Okay, so
Okay.
that's working, alive and well. No need to. Oh. Mega Gildy says, Henry, this week is my niece's birthday. Should I tell her how she should be depressed about her birthday? Yeah, I don't know how old your niece is, but if she's 50 or older, tell her that birthdays are certainly not something that you want to celebrate. It's actually, there's a turning point where it becomes the opposite. Why would you celebrate being 1 year closer to your own demise? Piss Baby says, Henry, ASMR, get real close to the mic while you chew. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to do ASMR, but I see how my chewing might have been a little distracting there. Munch Hotel says, actually, yeah, you can command Alexa to start farting at a certain time. According to Quanto, it looks like you can. Computer, set a 5-minute fart countdown, is what we've been told.
Fart
All right.
timer, 5 minutes, starting now.
All right, you guys. Okay, computer, how much time left on the timer?
You have 2 timers. Fart, with about 4 minutes and 50 seconds left, and a 20-minute timer, with about 10 minutes left.
Okay, there was something I was going to do here. Oh yeah, I wanted to give a shout out here. Borsenvin tipped $4.20. There's that weird number we see sometimes. May we please listen to that Ravel imposter. My attorney Rudy Giuliani says we got a big case. Yeah, Ravel, I don't think I'd be able to listen to it on here because I think I would get in some kind of trouble. Although our buddy Husky Boyo, who I saw out there, listens to music on his stream, so I'm going to have to talk to him about how you're able to do that without having the copyright people go after you. If you get a chance, check out Husky Boyo. Great channel where he does some drawings and may or may not be having a beer while doing so, but it's good stuff. I'm going to have a coffee. All right. Well, computer, how much time left?
You have 2 timers.
Oh yeah,
Fart,
that's right.
with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and a 20-minute timer, with about 8 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Okay, so it's 8 minutes. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of cleanup. As you can see, we've made a huge mess. The apples I'm actually going to save, except for the core ones. And there's a little bit of a lesson here in cleaning up too. See, if I put the stuff I'm going to save into this bowl, let me zoom out a little bit. This is kind of crazy. I can actually put this in the fridge and be able to enjoy these apples at a later date. Knocked something over there. Okay, now these core apples I'm going to throw away, so maybe I'll take my parchment paper. You know, I'm not a major environmentalist, but I do believe in trying to use these types of products as many times as possible. That's one of the reasons I've never washed my apron. Because not only does that hurt the environment when you use water to wash something, but also I'd be washing out all of the flavors that happen over the years of cooking, you know. There's a pizza place in Chicago called Lou Malnati's that literally does not wash their pans. And the reason is because they have an unimitatable taste from the 50 years of all the dishes they've made. And I guess that's sort of similar to what's happening with my apron. Okay, so let's throw all of this away. I have butter. There was supposed to be butter in this, and I didn't use it. I don't know what to say about that. Let's throw this away. By the way, I feel pretty good. I don't have any fruit flies anymore, which is great. Sometimes I wonder if maybe I miss them a little bit. But and I also don't have a back problem. Thanks to some of the donations from you, the users, Borsenvin also in particular, I'm standing on a padded mat that is supposed to make it easier for you to stand for long periods of time, and it seems to be working. So overall, I feel good, relatively. I mean, I'm still very depressed, but it's all about relativity. Now, this is going to go in the recycling. We did a good job finishing that. These go in the spice rack. And these three items will be going in the wash. Anything like this, I'm gonna need this knife still, and I'll probably need that cooking board. So let's put these. Computer, stop. Okay. So I guess our timer has gone off. So let's see what we've got to work with here, everybody. We need our oven mitt for sure. As a matter of fact, you might want to double up on the oven mitt situation for this, because this is hardcore. Of course, I can't find my other oven mitt. Can anything else go wrong today? Oh, here's one. Here we go. I'm doubling up on the oven mitt. Oh boy. This looks delicious. Very hot though. Ooh. I think we did it, you guys. Let's take a look. The Henry's Kitchen Tarte tatin. This is the famous dish, and the one that I had a girlfriend who didn't win the contest, and then years later I met a mysterious man on the bus who said that he won the Tarte tatin contest, and then he disappeared like a ghost. And I always wondered, what the hell must his Tarte tatin taste like? And Anime Eater 64 says, Henry, could you check if that was the correct timer? Oh, and Quanto says reverbicin. The reverb is on. Let's get rid of that. Check 1, 2. Test. Help! Computer, are there any timers still going?
You have 3 minutes left on your 20-minute timer.
Yeah, I think the fart timer went off and nothing happened. So maybe that was just the name of it. Okay, well, this was supposed to be in there longer, but it's okay. It looks delicious, and at the end of the day, look, it's apples, right? So it's not like we're cooking. When we cooked Bruce Wellington, we had to make sure that the steak inside was cooked to a certain degree. Casey 2.0 resubscribed for 14 months. Thank you so much, Casey 2.0. 14 months to me seems like an eternity, but this is my job now. I'm a cooking explainer. It's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. Quanto says, I'm sorry I ruined the dish. In a way, you kind of did. But that's okay because you set a timer that was early. But I actually think this is going to work. Crazy Mac Attack resubscribed for 4 months and says, can I see roast beef? You sure can. Roast beef is sleeping. He sometimes when the sun comes up, he likes to put his hand over his eyes because he likes to sleep during the daytime. Munch Hotel says, guess we should not do anything regarding the computer and farting to avoid these problems in the future. Yeah, I don't know. I think less is more when it comes to the whole farting subject. Not everybody's into it. Okay. Piss Baby cheered 100 bits and says, today is looking good, Henry. Glad to see you conquering recipes and fruit flies all day by day. Yep. Now, I've always said that if you don't have flies in your kitchen, you have to ask yourself, why aren't there flies in your kitchen? Are they not attracted to the food that you're making? So it's one of those, what do you call it, a champagne problem. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, sometimes a little squeaker is just as satisfying as a loud ass rip. Is that related, though? You have to ask yourselves whether this is related to the tarte tatin, the famous French delicacy. Dazzlecat says, Henry, how will you celebrate Leap Day tomorrow? I think Leap Day is it tomorrow? Computer, what's today?
Today is Wednesday, February 28th.
Oh, you're absolutely right. We get an extra day of February. I don't know, actually. We're going to have to find out. Bert Bufftug says, Henry, isn't a tart tauntaun that creature from Star Wars? Could be. They might have used the name to be ironic. Oh, computer stop. Okay, so even though we took the thing out of the oven, we still waited the appropriate amount of time before we ate it. All right, I'm ready to eat this thing. I'm starving. Now, the whole thing about this is it's supposed to be upside down. There you go. Okay. It definitely looks like the tarte tatin. It looks like the one in the picture. Hold on a second. I want you to see what I'm doing right now. You know that I pulled out an extremely hot cast iron pan. Well, I'm going to run the cold water all over it because I don't want to accidentally grab that thing and burn my hand like I've done so many times before. You almost kind of want to just soak the whole thing in cold water just after you do that because you don't want to be doing that. All right, so let's take a look at this is what we have. This is theirs. Okay, there's a little tighter, I guess, you know, a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, a little more OCD or whatever, but ours is sort of the raw, you know. I mean, this is what you're going to end up with when you're cooking at home. This is some kind of a AI photo project or something like that. But this is real life. And you can't replace my job with your AI version because this is going to be just as delicious. So why don't we grab a fork? It's still going to be very hot. But I want to make sure that I get a bite that's got puff pastry and apple as well. And this is going to be healthy because I forgot to put the butter and the sugar in it. So it's literally just apples with cinnamon and lemon juice and some ungreased puff pastry. Very hot. Munch Hotel says looks good, but there's a question mark, so he's not completely sure. The puff pastry is delicious. Macy donated $5. Thank you, Macy, and says, I've started doing intermittent fasting again because I'm getting fat. And watching you cook is torture, in a good way, because I'm really hungry. Well, yeah, this is definitely not low-cal stuff, what I'm doing right now. I mean, just that bite of puff pastry that I had, I think is about 100 calories. And there's easily 20 times that in the puff pastry alone. But I didn't make it with butter or sugar, not because I tried to make it healthy, but because I forgot to put those ingredients in there because there was so much going on. Etia says, but an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, this is true, except I did read once that doctors now are able to give themselves small amounts of apple and build up an immunity. I read that somewhere. Stan Brule says, will Tarte Titan reverse my diabetes? No, but it'll probably hold it off for a little bit longer. Okay. Well, I still haven't gotten to the apple, really. I'm scared to because it's so hot. Oh. Yeah. Well, it's puffy and appley and cinnamony. That's about it. Look, am I going to win the famous Tarte Tatin contest? Like that guy on the bus? No. But is this a good thing to eat? Not really, actually. It's bland, but the apple came out good. But I think I might have enjoyed the apple more when I was just eating it by hand. Boy, that is hot. Ben's Fracky Founding Daddy says top it with honey. Macy 9M113 says try dipping it in sugar. Yeah, these are all good ideas. But I also don't want to make it too unhealthy. Van Honkerton cheered 100 bits. I was thinking of partying for the leap day, some red wine, dancing, and gaming alone. It's going to be a blast in Civilization 2. Civilization 2, is that a good... Is that a good game? Borsenvin says, you're my hero. I'm making it. You've officially inspired me. Merci beaucoup, Borsenvin. Yeah, you should try to make this. This is, I mean, yours isn't going to come out nearly as good as this one is. But yours might come out more like theirs. Either way, it's a good way to kill time while you're waiting for the world to do its thing. Chris Colate says, you seem like the kind of guy who would love Civilization 2. Really? I'm always looking out for new games. Munch Hotel says, Henry, did you claim your World of Warcraft Tabard of Frost Transmog for free Twitch Prime Gaming? It's available now. No, but I'm going to have to. Dark Ages says it's a good game, but not the best streaming game unless I'm an expert at it, which I know I won't be. All right, everybody. Well, it's not the last day of February. We actually have an extra day in there, but that's not going to affect my ability to stream for you at noon Pacific time on Sunday, and I'm going to try to have something ready for you. But this is okay. This dish was okay. It wasn't great. That carrot pasta sauce that we made last week was unfucking believable, and I think Brussels sprouts. Well, then we had beef Wellington with chef reactions. I mean, we've made some really good ones here recently, so we're on a roll. I don't want to mess it up. Thank you, Emmy Bear. Thanks, M. Cariotti. Thanks, Borsonvin. Blurry Little Quest. Thank you, everybody. Munch Hotel. Teeth Money. Husky Boyo. Great stream as always. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah. Check out Husky Boyo's page. And I want to thank everybody. And I'm going to eat the rest of my this. Tarte tatin. That's a lot of puff pastry there. I'm just curious, actually. So this was half the package of puff pastry that I used. And it says there's 18 servings in a box. So this is 9 servings. Wow. Wow. This is 9 servings of puff pastry, and each serving is 120 calories. So I got to be careful with this. Maybe I'll eat just a little bit every day. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and hope to see you on the Discord. And let's all be good to each other and try to have a good leap day tomorrow. All right. And if you want to go to the Patreon, even if you just go on there for $1, you can see the new video that I just put out, which is the Disneyland-style churros. Okay. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next time.